my name is Lisette Esquivel, and I'll be talking about identity theft. So approximately 15 million United States Americans are always victims of financial losses caused by identity theft. Sadly, I was one of them. About 20 years ago, the term identity theft was little known and little used. But now, because of so many victims coming out, it has got the attention of government and media. So for example, how many times do you throw away your mail? Do you even look at it, like trying to make sure that like, you don't leave your social security number or your bank statements? I'm pretty sure you don't, because back then I didn't check. But many Americans are now more aware of the word, and now they're more cautious about it. And for this reason, I'm going to go and talk about identity theft, and I'm going to cover 3 main points. The main points I'm going to talk about is what is identity theft, how can you avoid it, and the consequences of identity theft. So number 1. So what does identity theft mean? It means when another party obtains your personal data and they use it for fraudulent activity. For example, let's say you go to the mall and they steal your purse. There you go, they have part of your social in there, your driver's license, and your account number, and they're going to use it for unauthorized purposes. Your personal data, they can use it for numerous ways, and this information can fall into the wrong hands, and it could impact you for later use. Trust me, it has happened to me. So ways to prevent identity theft, one of the ways that I use it is I keep up to date with the credit report. There's 3 bureaus, and one of them is Esquivel. That's the one I mainly use. And those bureaus, they track all your social security number. Every time you input your social, it's in there. So for example, let's say you apply for a mortgage loan, it's going to be in there. Account statement is going to be in there. Every time you apply for something, it's going to be in there. I use LifeLock. What that does to me, I use it to track my credit because I want to make sure it doesn't happen to me again. So, for example, LifeLock send me alerts to track my credit. For example, let's say someone steals my credit card or my social, and they go to Macy's and try to apply for something. LifeLock will call me and they'll ask me, "Ma'am, are you at Macy's right now? Are you applying for a Macy's credit card?" And if I say no sir, I'm not, so then they'll stop the transaction. Another way to avoid identity theft is to opt out of junk mail. So much junk mail goes to your home. Sometimes you don't even check it, just throw away without knowing that inside of the mail can be important information about you. What else? So when you go out to pump gas, do you take your whole purse, your whole wallet? Inside your wallet is your social security number, your bank statements, your account number? I'm pretty sure sometimes someone of you do have it in there, but that's not safe because you don't need it on an everyday basis. So why would you, put yourself at risk and take such information, knowing that outside of your house can be someone stealing your purse? So that's one of the ways that you can reduce your chances of getting your identity stolen. And so what are the consequences of your identity being stolen? So for example, credit card fraud. They can, get your social, apply for a credit card, get approved because you do have good credit, and they keep getting all these bills that they keep spending. But since they apply for their credit card under your social, they're gonna get that bills onto their physical address. So you'll never find out about that credit. Let's say Target. So what's gonna happen is that since they're never gonna pay it, collection agency is gonna go ahead and pay your debt. But then by doing that, it's a big mistake because it's gonna stay in your credit report for 7 years, according to Elizabeth Dark. And for 7 years, that's a long time. When that happens, it's gonna impact your credit report. So when you try to apply for a mortgage loan, a credit card, you'll probably get declined, or you'll probably get high interest. So that's what happened to me. when I was 16, about 5 years ago, they called me from Target saying that I owe a collection agency. I'm like, I can't. I mean, that's impossible. I'm just 16. I mean, I haven't even applied for my own credit card. They're like, no, it says you'll be having since you were 15. And they're pretty rude, the collection agency. They're like, we need you to pay us. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pay anything because it was not me. But because they will call me each day they will call me so early, I just ended up paying. I made a huge mistake because by me paying it, I admitted that I committed those expenses. And that's really bad because, like I said before, it stays in your credit report for 7 years. So for those 7 years, you have bad credit report. But for those incidents, you'll probably be unlikely to someone get approved for a house loan. So in conclusion, I just think that you should really value your credit report. You should really be careful because according to Elizabeth Dark, technology means that what I did 40 years ago is 4,000 times easier to do today. Things are getting more and more aggressive. They'll do whatever they can to get to information. Identity theft can be a nightmare. I have not get approved for something. I just went to Capital One and I got approved for a credit card for $300. I mean, as of right now, 21, I have a friend. She gets approved for $1,000 with low interest rate. Credit report is one of the most valuable things you own. I think you should appreciate it. So next time you throw away mail, make sure there's nothing, such as your personal data. And the one who stole my personal data was one of my family members, which really, really sucks. So I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. So next time, just be careful. That'll be it. Hope you enjoyed.